Hello everyone, and welcome back to our video today. In this video, we're diving into a fascinating and somewhat delicate topic that is particularly relevant to older men, especially those who are in their 70s or older. The question is, masturbation. Is it still appropriate and safe for men in their 70s and beyond? And if it is, does it have any impact on your health, especially on heart health or sexual function? These are questions that many people, sometimes even doctors, debate. You may have heard conflicting advice on this matter, but today we are going to explore the truth behind this issue based on modern scientific research. Masturbation, as a natural and normal human behavior, is often a topic that triggers significant interest, even more so when it involves older age groups. Many people may feel uncomfortable discussing it, especially when it involves men over the age of 70. However, the reality is that research on masturbation among older adults is still quite limited, and there's so much that we don't yet fully understand about it. Today, we'll try to shed some light on this topic and explore the key points that everyone, especially older men, should know. First, let's talk a little bit about what happens to the body as we age. It's common knowledge that aging is an inevitable process, and it affects every aspect of our lives, including our sexual function. As we get older, our bodies naturally experience a decline in various functions, from physical strength to cognitive ability. And when it comes to sexuality, there's no exception. However, the question is, does that mean we lose all interest in sex as we age? Does the decline in sexual function make masturbation less appealing or less possible for older men? And can masturbation actually help improve or maintain sexual health as we get older? A large study conducted in 2010 in the United States, which involved over 5,000 participants, including a group of men aged 70 and older, found that while the rates of masturbation in this age group are lower than in younger groups, there is still a significant portion of older men who continue to masturbate. Specifically, about 27.9% of men aged 70 and older had masturbated in the past month, and 46.4% had done so within the past year. While these numbers are much lower compared to younger age groups, they still show that masturbation remains a part of life for many older men. Interestingly, another study from Norway found that men over the age of 70 were actually the most active group when it came to masturbation frequency, surpassing even men under 30. This might come as a surprise to some, but it also reflects an interesting fact. Sexual desire and sexual behavior vary greatly from person to person, and not all older men lose interest in sex as they age. Some men continue to have sexual interest, even though they may experience issues like erectile dysfunction, ED. And this is a crucial point we need to understand. Age is just one factor, and maintaining sexual activity is what truly matters. It's also important to emphasize that while the natural decline of sexual desire is inevitable with age, not all men experience it the same way. According to a study conducted in 2020, there is still a wide variation in sexual desire among men aged 70 and older. Between 16% to 80% of men in this age group reported having sexual desire, which shows that individual experiences can be quite different. Some men still feel very much interested in sex, while others may not. Another major issue that comes with aging is erectile dysfunction, ED. As men age, the ability to maintain an erection becomes more difficult, and studies have shown that up to 70% of men over 70 experience ED. However, a fascinating point many people don't realize is that ED does not necessarily interfere with a man's ability to orgasm. Even without an erection, men can still achieve orgasm through other forms of sexual stimulation. This can significantly change the way we think about sexual function in older men. So, why do some older men still maintain the habit of masturbation? And does it have any health benefits? Can masturbation help reduce stress, anxiety, and even support sexual health? These are some important questions we'll address later in the video. Studies also suggest that masturbation not only helps maintain sexual health, but can be an effective tool for stress reduction. However, it's crucial to keep in mind that each person has different needs and desires. Engaging in sexual activity, including masturbation, is completely voluntary. And if you don't feel the desire to engage in it, that's perfectly fine. But if you feel the need to keep it as part of your life, masturbation can be an effective way to maintain sexual health. Now, let's consider some of the broader aspects of sexual health as we age. As we age, sexual function naturally declines, and it's important to acknowledge that. However, the key takeaway here is that maintaining an active sexual life, including masturbation, can help slow down this decline. It's a simple case of use it or lose it. If you stop being active, your sexual function may deteriorate further, and it may not be easy to restore it later on. This is especially true for older men who have not been active for years and then find themselves trying to rekindle their sexual function, particularly if they've recently entered new relationships. In such cases, it can be incredibly difficult to regain sexual function, especially as changes in penile architecture can be irreversible in many patients. It's also worth mentioning that while heart health is a concern for older individuals, the risks associated with masturbation and sexual activity in general are generally low. If you have concerns about your heart health, it's always advisable to consult your doctor and get a checkup. This video isn't intended to replace medical advice, but we'll share general insights based on available research. Now that we've set the stage with some background information on how aging affects sexual health and the role of masturbation in older adults, let's dive deeper into some of the key aspects of this topic. We'll explore the science behind the changes in sexual function, the reasons why masturbation can still be beneficial for men over 70, and how it relates to maintaining overall well-being. 1. The decline of sexual function with age. As we age, we naturally experience a decline in various physiological functions, and this includes sexual health. For men, this often manifests as a decrease in testosterone levels, changes in erectile function, and a reduced sexual desire. However, it's important to understand that these changes are a natural part of aging, and they don't necessarily mean that men stop desiring sex or can't enjoy it anymore. In fact, research shows that many men continue to have an interest in sex well into their 70s and beyond. A study published in the Journal of Sexual Medicine in 2017 found that while sexual activity tends to decline with age, about 40 to 50% of men aged 70 and older still report being sexually active. The frequency of sexual activity may decrease, but the desire is still present for a significant portion of men. The decline in sexual function is often linked to a decrease in testosterone levels, which begin to decline gradually after the age of 30. By the time a man reaches 70, his testosterone levels may be significantly lower than in his younger years. This decline can lead to erectile dysfunction, ED, which affects up to 70% of men over the age of 70, according to a 2020 study published in the European Urology Journal. However, the key point here is that ED is not an insurmountable obstacle. While it's true that maintaining an erection may become more challenging with age, it's still possible to enjoy sexual pleasure without one. This brings us to the next important aspect of masturbation for older men: orgasmic function. 2. Orgasmic function. The surprising reality. A commonly held belief is that achieving orgasm is dependent on maintaining an erection. However, this is not entirely accurate. In fact, orgasmic function is independent of erection. This is particularly relevant for men with erectile dysfunction, as they may still be able to experience orgasms despite not achieving or maintaining an erection. A study published in Sexual Medicine Reviews in 2018 found that orgasm is a complex process that doesn't rely solely on erectile function. It involves the stimulation of nerve endings in the penis, but also includes sensations in other parts of the body. As men age, they may become more attuned to these other forms of stimulation, such as the pelvic muscles and the skin, which can still lead to a pleasurable orgasmic experience. This is where masturbation plays a crucial role. For many older men, masturbation can serve as a way to explore different forms of sexual pleasure. It allows them to focus on sensations that don't require an erection, which can be especially important for men who have ED. Masturbation provides a way to continue experiencing sexual pleasure and achieving orgasm, even when the ability to maintain an erection is compromised. 3. The psychological and emotional benefits of masturbation for older men. Masturbation is not just about physical pleasure. It can also have significant psychological and emotional benefits. For older men, masturbation can serve as an important tool for reducing stress, anxiety, and feelings of isolation. As we age, we may experience increased feelings of loneliness, depression, and anxiety due to various factors such as retirement, loss of loved ones, or health issues. Masturbation can provide a sense of comfort and help alleviate some of these negative emotions. A study published in the International Journal of Impotence Research in 2017 found that sexual activity, including masturbation, is associated with improved mental health in older adults. The release of endorphins and other feel-good hormones during orgasm can help lift mood and reduce stress. This can be particularly important for older men, as maintaining a positive mental state is crucial for overall well-being. Furthermore, masturbation can serve as a way to maintain a sense of control over one's body and sexual health. As we age, we may feel as though many aspects of our lives are beyond our control, but continuing to engage in masturbation can provide a sense of empowerment and self-reliance. It can also help men feel more connected to their bodies, which is especially important as physical changes become more noticeable. 4. Masturbation and physical health. A surprising connection. Masturbation has also been shown to have several physical health benefits, which can be particularly relevant for older adults. For example, studies have shown that regular sexual activity, including masturbation, can help improve cardiovascular health by increasing blood flow and stimulating the release of beneficial hormones. A study published in Circulation, the Journal of the American Heart Association, found that sexual activity is linked to better cardiovascular health in men. While this study primarily focused on partnered sex, it suggests that any form of sexual activity, including masturbation, can help maintain heart health by improving circulation and reducing blood pressure. Additionally, masturbation can help keep the pelvic muscles in good shape. These muscles, which play a key role in sexual function, can weaken with age, leading to issues such as urinary incontinence. Engaging in regular masturbation can help keep these muscles active and strengthen them over time. This can lead to better bladder control and improved overall pelvic health, which is crucial for older adults. 5. The role of masturbation in sexual satisfaction for older men. One of the most important aspects of masturbation for older men is its connection to sexual satisfaction. While many assume that older adults lose interest in sex altogether, research suggests otherwise. According to a 2016 study in the Journal of Sexual Medicine, sexual satisfaction among older men is still relatively high. The study found that while the frequency of sexual activity decreased with age, the quality of sexual experiences remained positive for many men. Interestingly, the study also revealed that older men who engaged in masturbation tended to report higher levels of sexual satisfaction compared to those who did not. This suggests that masturbation can serve as an important supplement to partnered sex, helping older men maintain a sense of sexual fulfillment. The relationship between masturbation and sexual satisfaction is complex, however. While some studies have shown that masturbation can help enhance sexual satisfaction, others have found that the frequency of masturbation does not necessarily correlate with sexual satisfaction. This indicates that the quality of sexual experiences, rather than the quantity, plays a more significant role in sexual well-being. For older men, the focus should be on maintaining a positive attitude toward their sexual health and continuing to engage in activities that bring them pleasure rather than obsessing over frequency. 6. Masturbation as a way to prevent sexual dysfunction. As we've discussed, sexual function naturally declines with age, and erectile dysfunction is one of the most common challenges faced by older men. However, research suggests that maintaining an active sexual life, including masturbation, may help slow down the progression of sexual dysfunction. A study conducted by the National Institutes of Health, NIH, in 2014 found that men who continued to engage in sexual activity throughout their lives were less likely to experience severe sexual dysfunction as they aged. The study also found that men who practiced regular masturbation had a lower incidence of ED compared to those who didn't. While masturbation is not a cure for ED, it can help keep the sexual system active and prevent complete deterioration of sexual function. In other words, use it or lose it may apply to sexual health as much as it does to physical fitness. If you stop being active in your sexual life, your body may lose the ability to respond sexually over time. Masturbation, even without a partner, provides an opportunity to maintain sexual function and preserve the ability to enjoy intimacy. As we reach the end of our video, let's take a moment to reflect on the key points we've covered. We've explored how aging affects sexual health, particularly in men over 70, and why masturbation can still play an important role in maintaining both physical and emotional well-being. While sexual function does naturally decline with age, we've seen that it's possible for men to continue enjoying sexual pleasure through masturbation, even in the face of challenges like erectile dysfunction. But beyond the scientific data and statistics, let me share with you a couple of real-life stories that illustrate the points we've discussed today. These stories will help bring everything together and show how the medical insights we've explored apply in real-world situations. Story 1. Mr. Henry's journey to reclaiming his sexual confidence. Mr. Henry, a 74-year-old retired teacher, had always been a very active man, both mentally and physically. However, after reaching his late 60s, he noticed that his sexual desire had started to diminish, and he began struggling with erectile dysfunction. He felt frustrated and at times embarrassed. For a while, he decided to avoid sexual activity altogether, thinking that his age had simply taken away his ability to experience pleasure. It wasn't until a close friend encouraged him to talk to a doctor that Mr. Henry learned something surprising. Masturbation could be a tool for him to maintain sexual satisfaction. His doctor explained that even without an erection, he could still experience pleasure and orgasms, which would help improve his mood and reduce stress. Mr. Henry decided to give it a try. Slowly, he reintroduced masturbation into his life, and to his surprise, it helped him feel more in touch with his body. Over time, he felt more confident and less stressed, and his overall well-being improved. Mr. Henry's story highlights the psychological and emotional benefits of masturbation. It wasn't just about physical pleasure, it was about regaining a sense of control over his own body and maintaining a connection to his sexual identity. And even more importantly, he no longer felt isolated or defeated by the changes that come with aging. Story 2. Mrs. Peterson's perspective on supporting her husband's sexual health. Mrs. Peterson, in her early 70s, noticed her husband, Mr. Peterson, withdrawing more and more from their intimate life as they both got older. Mr. Peterson, once an active and engaged partner, had been diagnosed with erectile dysfunction in his mid-70s, and this led to a noticeable decrease in their sexual intimacy. Mrs. Peterson was concerned not just for the physical impact, but also the emotional toll it was taking on both of them. She had heard from a friend about the potential benefits of masturbation for men with ED and brought it up gently with her husband. At first, Mr. Peterson was resistant to the idea, feeling that masturbation was a young man's habit and wouldn't be relevant to someone his age. But after a few conversations, and with her support, he decided to explore it. Over time, he realized that masturbation allowed him to maintain a sense of sexual satisfaction and reduce the anxiety he had been feeling about his inability to perform in the traditional sense. Not only did it help with his mood, but it also made their relationship stronger, as they could openly discuss their needs and concerns without embarrassment. The Peterson story exemplifies the importance of communication in relationships, especially as we age. It also reinforces how supportive partners can help each other navigate changes in sexual health. For Mr. Peterson, masturbation became a way to preserve intimacy and maintain connection, even when other aspects of sexual function had changed. These two stories are just a few examples of how older men can continue to find ways to enjoy sexual pleasure, even with the challenges that come with aging. Whether it's improving mental well-being, maintaining physical health, or fostering deeper emotional connections with a partner, masturbation can serve as an important tool in the sexual lives of older men. To conclude, it's clear that while aging brings inevitable changes to our sexual health, it doesn't have to mean the end of sexual enjoyment. Masturbation, as we've seen, can be a healthy and beneficial practice for older men. It helps maintain sexual function, improves mental health, and keeps the body engaged. Just because you're aging doesn't mean you have to give up on your sexual health or pleasure. It's about finding what works for you and embracing the changes with a positive mindset. If you or a loved one are dealing with changes in sexual function, I encourage you to speak openly with your doctor. Don't let age or embarrassment keep you from enjoying a fulfilling and satisfying life. And most importantly, remember that there is no shame in wanting to continue enjoying a healthy sexual life at any age. We all deserve to feel good in our bodies and to have the freedom to explore what makes us feel fulfilled, even as we get older. If you found this video helpful, please like, share, and comment with your thoughts or questions. I would love to hear from you. If you have any personal experiences or stories about navigating sexual health as you age, feel free to share them with the community. Your insights might just help someone else feel more confident and empowered. And don't forget to subscribe for more discussions on health, well-being, and all the important topics that matter as we age. Thank you so much for watching, and remember, no matter your age, you deserve to live a life full of joy, vitality, and pleasure. Take care, and see you in the next video.